The Color of Fall, Chapter 8. The day of the Harvest Festival had finally arrived, and Maplewood was alive with excitement. Amber stepped out of her guest house, breathing in the crisp autumn air as she made her way toward the town square. She could already hear the music drifting through the streets, mixing with the laughter and chatter of the townsfolk. The sky was a perfect blue, and the trees seemed to glow with an even more vibrant array of red, orange, and gold, as if nature itself were celebrating. As she approached the square, she took in the sight before her. Booths lined the streets, each one decorated with colorful banners and autumnal wreaths. There were tables filled with freshly baked pies, hand-knitted scarves, and jars of local honey. Children ran from booth to booth, their faces painted with pumpkins and leaves, while couples strolled hand in hand enjoying the warm sun. Amber felt a surge of happiness, a deep contentment that had been missing from her life for so long. She had always loved the city, but there was something about this small town festival, the simplicity and joy, that felt like coming home. "Amber!" Sam's voice called out, and she turned to see him making his way toward her. He was carrying a tray of apple cider, his face beaming as he weaved through the crowd. When he reached her, he handed her a cup, the sweet, spicy aroma filling her senses. "Thank you," she said, taking a sip. "This is incredible. I can't believe how beautiful it all is." "Every year I forget how much work goes into it," he replied, glancing around. "But seeing everyone here, the kids having fun, the whole town coming together, it's worth every second." They walked through the square together, stopping at various booths to sample treats and chat with the vendors. Sam introduced her to more of the townspeople, each one welcoming her with a warm smile and a friendly conversation. Amber marveled at how connected everyone was, how much they cared for each other. It was a sense of community she had rarely felt in her busy city life. At one booth, an elderly woman named Betty offered them slices of pumpkin pie. As they savored the warm, spiced treat, Betty leaned in, her eyes twinkling. "You two make a lovely couple," she said, her voice full of mischief. Amber felt her cheeks flush, but Sam simply chuckled, a playful glint in his eye. "Thank you, Betty. We'll take that as a compliment." They continued walking, the weight of Betty's words lingering between them. Amber glanced at Sam, her heart pounding as she wondered what he was thinking. The festival was more than just a celebration. It was a chance to create memories, to share moments that felt like they belonged to a different world. As they reached the edge of the square, Sam pointed to a small stage where a band was setting up. "They're about to start the first dance. Care to join me?" Amber's heart fluttered, and she nodded, allowing him to lead her to the center of the square. The band struck up a cheerful tune, and couples began to gather around them, swaying to the rhythm. Sam took her hand, his touch warm and steady, and they moved together, their steps falling in sync, as if they had danced this way 1,000 times. Amber lost herself in the moment, the music, and the feel of Sam's hand in hers. The world around them faded, and all she could see was the warmth in his eyes, the way his smile made her feel as if she were the only one who mattered. The song came to an end, and they stood there, the applause of the crowd washing over them as they lingered, their hands still entwined. Amber realized then that this wasn't just a small-town festival. It was a turning point, a moment that would stay with her long after the day had ended. They wandered back to the booths, and as the afternoon wore on, Sam led her to a small, secluded spot beneath a towering oak tree at the edge of the square. They sat together on a bench, watching as the sun dipped lower in the sky, casting a golden glow over the town. "This is my favorite part of the festival," Sam said quietly, his gaze fixed on the scene before them. "The quiet moments when you can just sit back and take it all in." Amber nodded, feeling the same sense of peace settle over her. She glanced at him, her heart full. "Thank you for sharing this with me. I didn't realize how much I needed it." Sam turned to her, his expression soft. "Amber, I'm glad you're here. I've been on my own for a long time, and sometimes I forget that it's awesome to share these moments with someone." She reached out, taking his hand in hers. "You don't have to be alone, Sam. Not anymore." They sat there, their hands entwined as the sun sank below the horizon, painting the sky with shades of pink and purple. In that moment, Amber knew that her time in Maplewood had changed her, that she had found something she hadn't even known she was searching for. As the lights of the festival twinkled around them, and the sounds of laughter and music filled the air, Amber felt a deep sense of gratitude. She had come to Maplewood for a break, but she had found so much more, a place where she belonged, a man who made her heart sing, and a life she had never dreamed of. And as she leaned against Sam, her heart full of hope and love, she knew that this was only the beginning of their journey together. If you like this chapter, please like, share, and follow, and stay tuned for Chapter 9.